Okay, well, what inspired me for the piece that I put in the show for this year is called The Look. I wasn't for sure about putting it in at first because it's kind of a personal piece, but I love it for that reason as well. But I thought it was a real honest piece, and it was kind of stretching. It was different from what I did last year, so it kind of inspired me to put it in for the new year. It's kind of about, well, it's kind of about like how you could go through something, with love in life, and you can be hurt, and you have that pain, but you're that way on one side, and you're kind of open, and you're still kind of in pain. On the other side, you're covering it up. It's like a game face.
Is it based on some experience, an actual experience?
Probably a combination of just life in general, about kind of living with things that bother you, that you have no control over, but you have to save face to go on. So it's that look that you have that, even though it might be a smile or blank look, is like a lot behind it. So it's kind of about that. It's kind of about living with that other side that's not necessarily out there. It's open and your heart's on your sleeve, but it's still covered by a smile, a look, and so it's much deeper than first glance of what the look.
Do you have actual examples of those, of the painful experiences that you could talk about?
Painful experiences.
That artwork is based on, it's kind of has its roots in.
Right now, I kind of think it's just kind of life in general. Right now, just my current life, as far as like the heartaches of just trying to get your life get life together and pull things together, and the rejection that comes along with it, and the struggle that comes along with it. But it's keeping that game face together as you push on. So it's pretty much about just kind of my current life, as far as as far as the piece.
What sort of rejection? What's an example of a rejection?
Mainly, a lot of rejection is on myself. As far as things that I have a hard time accepting about myself. That may not be actually a problem, but I feel it's a problem for me. So, it's kind of like that. It's kind of most of my work is internal, and most of my pieces are about that. So it's kind of like the inner struggle with issues that you may not technically have, but if you have them in your head, then they're real to you.
So those struggles become like a source of inspiration. You try to
I try to use those to use my paintings to kind of work myself through them, and to kind of put them out there, because sometimes they're hard to talk about. But if you kind of put it in paint, it's kind of, even though you're the only one probably knows about this exact situation, it's kind of out there in a way. So you got a chance to tell your secret, tell your story without having saving your face at the same time. So
you mentioned to me once too that you will see a glance, something in someone, and that becomes a source of inspiration.
Right, the looks of people, that really gets me, and it really inspires a lot of my pieces. Most of my pieces are portraits, and
do you have one that kind of stands out where you said, "Oh, I got to get that"? Where you're really felt like, "Wow, I got to get a lot of energy, the inspiration."
I got quite a few, but a lot of times it might not be anybody I necessarily even know. It might be somebody in passing, and it just got that feeling where something else is behind that, and you don't know exactly what it is, but it captures you. So that's what I want to try to put in my work.
I was looking for a specific story with a specific person, like, you know what I mean? Just like.
Well, in a way, like I have a little sister that inspired me. That I did a piece of about her where she was in the living room and she was watching TV, and she just had this calmness about her, but you could tell that she was kind of open for, just for ideas, and it was just kind of interesting, the look that she had, and I called that piece of The Young Thinker, because it kind of reminded me of that, because the way she had the way she was postured and how she was kind of open, and she just kind of, it made me really think about how, with her, that she was open to information and thoughts and stuff like that. So I thought it was kind of inspired me to want to do a piece about that, about how, you should really express yourself, because there's people out there listening, that it could affect and change their lives. So that's what kind of.
Okay, great.
My name is Jason Austin. This piece is called The Look. I guess it's inspired by like my interpretations of emotions and different things that you go through life, which I kind of learned about during a workshop we did. We worked on about inspiration. But this piece is about like when you go through things in life and you're hurt by them and you're open by them and your heart's on your sleeve and you still have that side of you that's still kind of that you kind of your way of hiding it from the pain. So you kind of have that side of you that's you kind of keep it, that's the one you kind of show up front is the one that, like you're not being bothered by anything, even though on the other side of it you're really hurt and open. So that's what it's about. So that's my interpretation of that kind of, feeling that we all go through, where we have those two sides. One, we have to kind of hide to protect the other side that's, because you're more open, but you have to keep that side to kind of, for your balance. So
do you want to say anything about your medium?
Medium is acrylic. That's what I'm mainly working in, is an acrylic. My style kind of depends on the mood I'm in. Each piece got, that I do pretty much a different kind of style, but it's all an interpretation of emotions. So, I try to be as true to the piece as I can, and so it kind of varies on, how it comes out. But the lines are, I kind of did the extra lines, coming out from it, just because it just seemed kind of different, and it just felt right to do. So I try not to talk myself out of different ideas I want to try for different pieces. I try to just be true to the piece. So that's how it came out.
Thank you, Jason.
So of these pieces, is there one that you'd say was more inspired than the other?
As far as mine?
Yeah. So you felt the greatest sense of inspiration?
Greatest inspiration is probably the John Lee Hooker one, because it was just very important to kind of do my take on him, but also kind of, give the feel that he has. He has so much character in his work and also in his face. And, so it's almost funny because he had like a classic look of African American older man, but also it has he's distinctive. You know who it is. You got that. You know who that is. So it's kind of that nice balance. So his face just says a lot. So to play with that and still have it be him and then have your interpretation on it just takes it up, to a bigger level. But his music and just him as a person really, is inspiring to me for that piece. Yeah. Because I don't do portraits of people or subjects that I don't care about or have some kind of regard towards.
Well, I noticed that you're doing like the female form a lot. Is that like inspired by that? Is that something that's like
I'm a line person. I like lines and contours and shapes. So it's kind of like, it's just it's playing with the lines. It just so happened like, that kind of falls in line with what I'm doing at the time too. But I think the idea like women is very inspiring as far as like the looks and expressions, the shapes, the eyes, just different things, and really just trying to stay true to that, and then also have your take on it too, the expression of them. So that really, you try to relay that back into the work. So just to kind of capture that thing that you saw from that person that really caught your eye, be it a smile, smirk, a line, a profile, so just getting that and interpreting it and staying true to the person or the idea that you got from it.